Hello everyone and welcome back to another live stream here on Wall Street. I mean the twitch.tv/Xisuma, that's the one. That's the one. Chiwi Pepper, welcome to the stream. I made some notes actually earlier in the day for what I wanted to do on the stream. Yeah. I can't remember most of it, but I've got them written in my notepad. We're gonna build like an interior area for Wall Street is the idea. Before we do though, I could do with some scaffolding as we get going here. Chiwi Pepper, Hero Blender, Endervoid, Wolf, thank you for the bananas in chat, letting me know we're live. Much appreciated. Jax3, thank you so much for 13 months. Woo! Hello everyone. Yeah, thank you for 13 months. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Endervoid Wolf coming in with the Prime for 31 months. Thank you so much, my dude. Thank you so much. So, I've really been inspired lately with all this building we're doing here, and I want to create like a really colorful, memorable room that's going to be about meeting the wolves of Wall Street. Dennis Oz Malcock, thank you ever so much for the Prime. Appreciate it. Thank you for using that on me. Hope you enjoy today's stream. It's going to be a chilled out, awesome little bit of this and that. I've got a plan. I've got a vision. Oh! Right, now's my next trick. My next trick failed miserably. I wanted to place the block, then gracefully fall into the space below. Attempt number 2. Oh, look at that, see? Minecraft champ in action. Placing boxes, maneuverings with the words and the hiddly hiddly woodly. Apparently I can't talk today. That's fine, that's fine. That's most days, let's face it. Alright. So, the place we're going to build the room is here. We've got... Actually, no, it's below us. Why do I think it was this side? It's below us. We got a grand old entrance over here, right? I'm thinking you should see the room through this bit, and then you can enter on either side, and then maybe we cordon off a little bit of the area, give it a roof. So this just becomes like an empty space to go into our Meet the Wall Street area. Meet the wolves, that's the idea. That's where us, the bosses, are going to be, right? That's kind of the idea. Molly says, hi, I haven't been here in a while. Welcome back, Molly. Welcome back. Magic Mystical says, nice job. Thank you, thank you. As you can see, the chest monster is utterly ridiculous, and I kind of need to move it closer to where we're working. That'll pay some dividends, basically. So let's go ahead and start doing that. There's no shortcuts, you just got to do it. Just got to move those boxes. And then that one. That one. Another black one's missing? Tough. Huh, that makes sense why it's over there. Paisley says, first time being live in one of yours. Oh, well, welcome, Paisley. JSTP 3000 here for 16 months. And Brooksy96 here for 79. Big moves apparently. Big moves. 79. Whew. Some big old numbers we got going on here. We do not want to lose a single one of these. And I think they'll all fit into my inventory. Yay! Yay! So enthusiastic. Dev, welcome to the stream, my dude. Quite a few other familiar names. Maddie, Crack and Bubble. Bear's here. Hello, gamers. Hello, gamers. So predictable. So predictable. You know I'm messing. You know I'm messing. Do you know what? Okay, so where do we put our temporary storage? Well, here's the... there just would be one block there with torches on it, wouldn't it? Why has it got torches on it? I immediately thought villager in the ground. There's actually a spawner here. Huh. We could possibly, like, bring skeletons into the shop. And it's just like, just a little thing on the side, like, take out your anger, smack a skeleton. This area right here, okay? We're not building here. This is the... Every block the other side of this sandstone is going to be part of another project I'm doing here. But for now, what we can do is put all of this stuff down. So, we'll have those ones there. We'll have our junk shulkers on over here somewhere. And then in this area, we'll try and organize some of this stuff. We'll go a little further away from there. Because predictably, I'm going to take out some boxes from my ender chest, right? We'll try and clump some of these things together a little bit. We got dyes. We got diorite, bone meal, calcite, grey things. And another dye. Alright. There you go. I've created myself a little web of boxes. Very good. Sniper 1974, 103 months. Evil X is definitely in the his house. Over 100 months. Absolutely insane. Fragrant Badger, even. Thank you so much for 18 months. Very much appreciated. Welcome to all the peeps tuning in again. More new faces coming in. Elliot, Blue Raven, Spooky. Good to see you. Let's see. Sheelag has gifted a sub to Jax Morse, and Zinzerk is here for 3 months. Thank you for gifting that sub. Jax, be sure to say thanks in the chat. We always appreciate a good gifting of the sub. This chest right here has the permits in, but only some of them. I don't know where the rest of them went. Don't know where they ended up. Do not know. Zerdurks, thank you so much for the prime. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Peeps, I've got a hot cup of tea here. I'm going to have a sip. I bet it's going to be great because I've remembered it before it got cold. FinRealS, thank you so much for 36 months. Woo! Coming in with the prime, we got Cole Mick 06 here for 40 months. So many peeps tuning in. Resubscribing. Thank you so much, as always. And welcome. Maddie and Spooky there with the tea emotes in the chat. There's some good stuff. Some good tea right here. It's nice and warm. It's hot. Heart Game says, I wonder if I should have a tea or a cocoa. The choice is yours. Oh, it's definitely yours. It's not mine. It's not mine. I personally am just in a mood for tea. Right, so as you can see from here, by the way, the roof is temporary. It doesn't have to stay that way. We'll even open it up a little bit. That's basically going to be our entrance, right? 5 wide, might be a bit wide, I don't know. We're gonna do away with this. Probably change the arc up there a little bit as well, yeah. Paisley 101, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it, appreciate it. You said you were new here, right? Earlier, or first time streaming, or returning? I remember reading your message, but thank you for subscribing as well. Oh god, I was looking at chat and I broke some blocks. Whoopsie. Whoopsie daisy. What kind of tea is it? Just an English breakfast. Xisuma, what do you think of microwaved water? What, like as a beverage to choose? Sounds a little odd. I mean, is that actually a bit of a strange way to do it? I feel like it's really obvious the way the differences between the two, that you can walk in here. So I don't think it's actually strange to have it set up like that. Now, when you come into this area, we now need a roof, which is going to be lower down. And I think it's only this wall here that doesn't really make sense. So we'll go ahead and remove some of that. Fortunately for us, we have the blocks in question available now. Yeah, not sure if I'm going to go any higher than that because I'm pretty sure this thing's all going to get lowered down. It's microwaving the water to make tea. I haven't tried that, so I wouldn't really know what to say, but it does sound a little yucky. Sounds a little yucky. I've got a feeling that we're going to step down into this room, and the floor is going to be at this height, and the ceiling's going to be higher. All of that we can do. I think we're going to need some diorite up top. Let's go ahead and at least plop that there for now. I'm a little worried this area back here might be sort of unsafe. maybe throw down just a couple of extra torches, you know. Maintenance! It's just a maintenance wall, that's what it is. It's a maintenance wall. How do I feel about hot cocoa from water? Ah! Okay, when I go to football matches, we usually have some homemade hot chocolate, which is made with milk. Okay, it's definitely superior, but I don't mind having a less inferior cup of cocoa, right? And the one I usually make is just hot water from the kettle with some options and a little bit of milk, just a little bit. And I like that one too. It's not quite the same, but it serves the purpose of just having a nice, warm, fuzzy drink. Fuzzy as in, you get a nice, warm, fuzzy feeling. Is it me, or is maybe this wall also too close now? Like, I get this feeling like it needs to be a block further that way. And Xisuma on Wall Street. That is what we're doing today. We're being me on Wall Street. If that makes any sense. So these blocks will probably make up the roof between them. Or something different. Just have a bit of a contrast. Maybe, oops, maybe this texture. What's the other blocks I've been using? Wall. I've actually been using wall to build. No. It's not what I'm thinking of. That goes in there, does this, bam. Yeah, so it's going to be like there, and I think the change... I don't think that quite works. That sounds like fun. Oh, it's the 5th of November. Oh my god. Fireworks. Oh! Oh, and I wanted a peaceful evening. I wanted a peaceful evening. Nope. It's fireworks night. It's take that environment night. We want explosions in the sky for our entertainment. That's what we want. I don't like fireworks. I've waffled about that way too many times. Okay. This will definitely work.
Remember, citizens, the permit office loves you and wants you to be happy.
Thanks, Cup. Thanks. How ominous. How ominous. Ugh. Let's get out of that hole. Let's head over this direction. Don't let Cup hear you say that. That's true. Cup is a man who loves fireworks. Explosions in the Sky is one of the greatest post-rock bands ever. I've seen them live. I had balcony seats for that show. Oh wait, where is it? Big bonfire at my base at Cleo's place. Whose base? Many booms, big fire, good times, come. Are we at Cleo's base, place, or Cubs? Oh, this is definitely Cleo's. Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Thanks for the reminder that it's going to be a noisy evening.
It's going to be a very noisy evening.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
I made a bonfire and I made a guy. Just so.
That's the spirit, Cleo. That's the spirit.
There we go. Got it.
But yes, very noisy. Very noisy.
Yeah.
Which is why doing it early means you're going to get a cleaner recording. That's how it works.
Ah, we're here early in the day for the microphones and the noise outside. Got it.
And, well, it's dark outside already, so give it like 5 minutes before they start.
Oh, God. They've been at it for the last week around here. Every night
Really?
someone's setting them off, yep.
I didn't know
Like-
this date was such a big firework day for you guys over there.
Oh,
It is, yeah.
huge firework. It's the only firework day, really.
Really? Okay.
Well,
Alright.
round here they started setting them off on Halloween, which is wonderful. And then it's like, well, you know, there's a few days between Halloween and today, so people have been just setting them off pretty much every day. It's been lame.
Gotcha.
Sorry, Carb, I don't like fireworks.
They're
That's
very
fine.
loud.
That's fine. Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
I thought you'd be upset.
Oh no, I totally get it. Hi,
Jem!
Hey, Jim.
Welcome to Bonfire Night.
Hey.
Hey!
Ooh.
Do you celebrate that in Canada?
I
We
doubt
do
it.
in Newfoundland, yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Let's go.
that's really cool. I did not know that.
We
I should-
mainland Canada might not. Newfoundland's basically England.
I see.
England. Good to know. Good to
Man,
know.
everybody shoot
Won't
off
need my
fireworks today.
passport for that one.
I feel left out. So sad.
You have like the big holiday. You have
We celebrate July
Hang-
4th and
July
New
4th.
Year's.
I was gonna
New
call
Year's
it
is big
June
for
4th.
fireworks too.
You
I
guys
was
have
gonna call it
Thanksgiving as well soon in November.
That's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Oh, what? Who slept?
Well, I'm gonna
Should
assume
be
it was
okay.
one.
It'll be okay.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. You can see them. Oh,
There you go. I mean, fireworks are definitely
Someone
better
say-
on the night sky.
no, you're fine. Come on, Grian, fireworks.
This is a little parkour course here.
Is it?
We just got going. Unintentional.
Oh no, this is me trying to figure out like little decorative.
It's a parkour
bits
course,
and
Cleo.
pieces.
Just take credit
It's a
where credit
parkour
is.
course. I'm very
Yes,
good at
exactly.
parkour.
I knew it.
Well-known parkouring. No, I was trying little.
You're in the wheelbarrow
decoration
now.
bits out.
I'm in the wheelbarrow.
Pushing you along.
That's a great wheelbarrow.
I feel like I've seen it everywhere now.
It's a
When I was
classic.
doing it, it was just like I hadn't seen it before, but
Classic design.
classic
Ah!
design.
Ren's your dog.
Oh yeah.
That amuses
Of
me
course it was-
greatly. Got his own little kennel.
I like the kennel. The kennel I thought was good.
And what's this supposed to be over here, Cleo?
That's supposed to be where the evil turtles live.
Oh, okay. They're evil. Oh, it's because
Have
they've
you
been
tried-
putting these flowers down.
You've
yeah.
bred turtles before. Of
They
course they're
used to be
evil.
easy, but then they made them hard to breed again. So.
I
What's
spent.
with the
I
guy
think,
walking the plank?
that's our guy. That's our guy. He's gonna get launched into the fire.
Okay.
He's gonna burn
Literally.
someone in effigy.
Do they still do that? I remember that when I was a kid. You used to have like some
penny for the
second-hand pair of clothes, and they'd stuff it full of hay and chuck it in the bonfire. But I think they stopped doing it at some point, right?
I think they've stopped doing. As a child of the '80s, it was definitely a thing when I was a little one. But now, I think it might not be considered
Yeah.
okay. So I
Yeah.
figured we'd relive my childhood.
Let's not pretend to throw a person in the fire in front of children. Sounds
We're going
sounds
back
kind
to
of like
the
a
old
good
country
idea.
here. Back to the old country.
Oh,
Well,
Is there like a song that you typically sing on this day?
no. Like,
Oh,
songs?
isn't there?
Is that?
there's a
Well,
is
Guy
there a
Fawkes
July
Troll
4th
thing,
song?
isn't there?
Well, I know like
Remember
the
the 5th of November.
Yeah, remember the 5th of November.
Gunpowder and toil and all this
treason
stuff.
and gunpowder, treason and plot. I see
I
no
see no
reason why
reason.
gunpowder treason
Yeah,
should ever be
ever be
forgot,
forgot.
which is a lame way to end a rhyme. That is such a lame rhyme.
Yeah.
The first part's really cool, but the second part not so much. Well, should we go? Shall we fireworks and
Yeah.
then burn someone in effigy? Jem,
Sure.
pick a launcher, I guess.
What?
You got to hit the buttons to
Oh.
do all the fireworks.
Yeah, so if you hit a
Oh,
button,
it's
if you hit a button,
manual.
it shoots off like 8 fireworks at once.
Okay.
This is very impressive. Most people would set up a big redstone contraption, but no, we can do this ourselves, right?
I mean, have you seen my bonfire and how janky it is? It's just big.
It's effective. I like it.
We didn't spend too much time on this, so we gotta.
No, this is just we're British and like most of the server is from Britland. So
Britland, yep.
Britland.
Britland.
I've rechristened it.
Britland.
So all right, you ready, guys?
Yay,
Yep.
Britland. Let's go.
Yay, Britland! 3, 2, 1, go.
It's hard to see the fireworks when I'm looking at the button.
They just
Just
keep
saying.
on going.
Wait a minute, I've got a mod for this. That's the one. Oh, genius. Kind of.
Ow! Look at my face.
Aw.
Okay. I'm gonna yoink him into the grave.
Let's
for fire
go.
at least.
Do
Let's
it.
go.
Oh, he's on fire.
Yay!
Forever. Oh,
And now he's dead.
like that. Wow.
And now he's dead. He didn't last long in there, did he?
No, literally seconds. Literally seconds. But
Beautiful.
well, thank you for celebrating British heritage, I suppose. No, that's pretty English, to be fair. Thank you.
You know what we should have done?
Hey! Well, okay, Zoom.
We
what
should have got some
done?
TNT. We should have built Parliament and brew it up.
I'll tell you what. If you want to, like, the only parliament that I'm recognizing at the moment is the Popo offices.
Hey, that's
That
no,
would
we
stir
can't-
up some
no.
hot drama.
Go
This
on,
isn't
Cub.
this isn't the way. It's not the same at all.
Cap does
know.
not approve.
That seems pretty valid to me.
I mean, what are we gonna do?
I
Not
got
blow
plenty
them
of
up?
TNT. You know.
Alright, well, you
I
guys
have
have fun.
none.
I got a sheep to blow up for Zed. Goodbye.
Enjoy your sheep blowing
Bye.
up. Bye.
Could have blown up Parliament, decided to blow up a sheep. Lame.
This is so cool. Thank you for doing this, Cub. I really appreciate it.
Cheers. Cheers.
It was just a random thing. And it was just sort of
Yeah.
like you just did it. And I really appreciate
Fireworks on demand, right?
Fireworks on demand.
it. How much do I owe you is the question.
2,000 diamonds.
Don't have that.
I'm just kidding. You can just pay whatever you think is fair. That's good. with me.
Okay. I'll have a think about it and then I will get back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for coming over, X. Appreciated.
All right.
And Cub, thanks for setting up.
Cheers. Cheers.
See you guys.
And I'll see. I've got to go. I'll see you later.
See you
Bye.
guys. Don't blow up Parliament, X.
This
Don't blow it
build,
up.
this build is interesting. This is new, right? Oh dear God, what's inside of it? Let's have a look. Oh! That does not look like that's how it should be. It looks like something went wrong here. You know what? Some weakness potions and some golden apples could cure that. Cleo, you still here? Cleo, did Cleo log? Oh, see, that could have just checked tab. Oh well. Someone should tell Cleo golden apples and weakness potions, and say nothing else. This tree is absolutely amazing. When I saw it a moment ago, I was just like, whoa. Whoa, look at that tree. Whoa. That is a very nice tree. Very nice tree. Ooh. After rivers, before rivers. Very cool. Very cool stuff. Right, apparently my evil X has been bonked in the chat. What the heck? Why has my emote been squashed? Next Hermitcraft server tour when, says Tangled. I don't know if it's spoilers or not, but there is some sort of server tour coming your way if you keep your eyes peeled. I'll say that. That's not spoilers. Well, it is, maybe. I don't know. You will get something along those lines soon coming your way. That's what I'm saying. Right, back to this. Back to this over here. So this is all going to come back by 1 block, which means all of this is going to go. I think I might rip out this in its entirety. Like, I liked that it was here. It was very helpful, but I think now I need to look at like the vision of what we're doing here. According to what Pastel says, it sounds like it's no secret. So yeah, Grian's been doing a server tour with everyone. So that will be coming your way soon. All right, yeah, okay. It sounds like y'all know more than I do. He's got hours and hours of footage and you're really hyped. Yeah, it's going to be a very long video. But it's really cool. I really like the idea of it as a sort of like a mid-season point to go look at. We don't know if we're in the middle of the season or not, right? Like the way seasons work is that, you know, we feel our way through it and we discuss how we're feeling. So nothing's set in stone, everything's subject to change. We just work our way through it. But it feels like we're, you know, we're well stuck into this season, and based on how seasons have lasted in the past, this feels like, you know, we're approaching the middle of the season kind of thing. And this will be a really nice document of where everyone's at so far, which I think is really cool to have. And I think pretty much everyone is in it, and that's another thing that I like about it, is that it gets to show everyone. And everything, essentially, right? So it's something to, like, refer back to. We got a very, very generous donation here from 226 Gaming. Thank you so much, dude, for the donation. That is greatly appreciated. Hey X, I appreciate all you do for the Hermits, both on stream and behind the scenes. You probably do a lot without thanks, and we honor you. Keep up the passion for Minecraft music and all that you do. Have a meal on me or go pay some bills. Thank you, my dude. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Dang, you're making me think I should like organize a meal or something. Because when people do that, like have a meal on me, I never then, you know, you never get that impetus to then actually go do that. But maybe I should. Maybe I should be like, go on then. Let's get folks together and have a meal. Sounds nice. Anyway, yeah, no, you know, I'm gonna switch to standing. Let's just change that. Get a curry, says Everstrew. That's what I mean. Like, you know, get peeps together and have a curry. I haven't had a curry in ages apart from homemade ones. I'm just not into them. I got strangely obsessed with them. And then the last few that I haven't enjoyed them that much. I think that's just life. You just go through like phases and changes, and I'll still always enjoy one, but I'm not that mad about it anymore. Honestly, I'm not that mad about much food at all. To me, it's just like, I used to be really hungry all the time and food obsessed, and now like the days just go by so quick. The next meal is always just around the corner, it feels like. So I'm not that excited. But 226, thank you so much for your generosity, my dude. Yeah, I do a lot, but you know, the hermits, they give me their appreciation and stuff, and I'm more than happy to do everything I do for them. It's wonderful to be a part of Hermitcraft, and more than happy to help out in any way I can. Speaking of which, like I was gonna update the server today. Was kind of the plan, you know, looking at the calendar over the last week. But then I got the TCG cards yesterday, and then today I was like, I've got to start signing them at some point. I should this is one of those things I should just do now and get out of the way, rather than rushing it later on. So I managed to do half of all of my cards today, signed half of all my cards. Ozarka78, thank you so much for 66 months. Very much appreciated. 66. Evil X is in his house. Thank you so much for your support. So yeah, anyway, I spent just over 2.5 hours. In fact, actually, the podcast that I put on, it was the exact same length. Like literally, right as they wrapped up was when I was wrapping up. So perfect timing, really. And I think the next batch that I'll do will be a bit quicker because I've kind of like gotten through opening up all the packages, and there's a bit of technique and stuff and rhythm that you figured out. And I'm going to do those tomorrow, and then that means that Thursday we might be updating the server. I was trying to remind myself, what is in the next update? I know there's loads of like technical and quality of life changes, but besides bundles, I don't think there's that much big game-changing stuff in it, right? Unless I'm just being an idiot and it's like that really obvious. New Woods says Skulking Ghast. No, I'm talking about 1.21.4.3. Oh god, it's so confusing, isn't it? Salmon. Yeah, exactly. There's stuff like, you know, now we've got 3 sizes of salmon. Woo. Do you know, I actually think it's a little bit silly to do the entrance like this, and I was just thinking, my original vision for the room was that it would have 2 entrances, so I'm going to take that as a sign, as we should align it up like this. So that's where entrance 1 and entrance 2 is. Yeah, Dev's right, it's mostly cool data pack changes. That's the way I remember it. And I'm a little worried about bundles breaking, but yeah. I might look into it a bit more. Pastel, the minecart speed changes are part of experimental changes, so they're not in the game. Oh, you know, I understand what they're doing, but it's clear that it doesn't get across very well. But even though I know what they're doing, I have to like remind myself. And it gets a little harder to remember stuff because now it's like we've got drops, we've got updates, we've got experimental changes. Like, it's good for them, and I think it's good for the game, but somehow it's just not quite getting translated to the audience as well as it could. By the way, I like to sometimes put in subtle bits of structure, like. Let's go ahead and yeah, and then it becomes funky around here. What I mean by that, oh, did something just pop off? It made the pop off sound big time, and there was definitely a button around here. There it is. Yeah, what I'm getting at is, even though you're doing your randomization, if you add in a few like bits of subtle structure or repetition, I think it goes a little along the way to like feeling like you've got both in your structure, both the randomness and a little structure in there too. One thing we're going to need here is some lighting. That seems to be evident. It's only the salmon, or also is the new orange resin heart stuff. That's the winter drop. This was the bundles of bravery drop. Changes to trial chambers, like slime blocks don't do damage anymore while crouching. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just wondering, like, it does take a lot of time and effort to do an update, and we're still waiting on certain mods, and then you have to go through a period of, like, not having all the mods for a while, and I'm wondering, is it really worth that? Because are we actually getting much? Apart, like, the main thing is bundles, and we've already got them. Yeah, so that's kind of where my thoughts are at. Right, I actually reckon this looks a little too wide. And I kind of want that. And then to go down into the room. I think this is going to work. I've got all my mods except Xeros Minimap, but most of the are really popular and updating fast. Yeah, most of what we need is there. There's just a few things, although over the last couple of days, ones like Flashback got updated and stuff, but there's just a few things that, you know, you have to live without for a while, and it'd be nice just to have everything all in one go, I think. Randy Nicole, 2002, 114 months. Hi X and the greatest chat on the interwebs. Isn't it interwebs? Thank you, my dude. Thank you. Quite possibly the greatest chat. If they are, I do ignore them a lot of the time. I apologise. Why did I think it was nighttime? Probably because I could just start hearing mobs and it's kind of like moody in here. Okay, so this is going to be our space for the room. I've got some ideas of what we're going to put in here. It's just, it feels a bit wild to get started on it. I want to feel like I'm closer to these boxes by seeing them. So we need some stairs. We're used to being ignored, says Becca. I apologise. I apologise. Right, yeah, so we're coming down to this level. So I need to dig everything out down to there, basically. And then build a floor at this level. Is that voice disturbing our nice conversations again? Oh, goodness me, they're trolling. They're trolling. I think what I've learned is, because I can be quite like a waffle machine sometimes. That also means that my chat gets a little quiet, and sometimes I'm more in the mood for reading chat, and then chat's quite quiet. Ruining our lovely conversations by shaming us for saying hi. Jeez. I would really not mind if one minor update was just adding the missing stairs, slabs and wall. Yeah, that's a common thing I see in comments, is like implying that something's forgotten or missing. Like, why are they missing? Like, Mojang didn't misplace them somewhere, right? Like, when they add stairs and slabs and stuff, they do it for the blocks they think should be slabs and stairs. I read loads of those comments, and I guess it's just maybe people think in a different way that I do, but they're not missing. Like, another one is like missed opportunity. I mean, like, there are so many possibilities that you could do in this game. You know, everything's a missed possibility. Why haven't they added slope blocks? Why haven't they added vertical slabs? Why haven't they added stone that's slightly darker? You know, you got slabs, stairs, and walls. Why haven't they added other shapes? They don't have to add everything you can imagine, you know? Right. I've got a vision for this room in my head. Sometimes it's a little tricky to get it into action. I've done my building so far basically in survival, and I want to keep it that way. I'm thinking that we need a checkered floor pattern. Although, okay, let's try and get the head in the creative space. Like, I came over here to B-Dubs' shop, and this isn't the vibe that I'm looking for particularly, but I do like how each room is sort of unique in shape, and the floors are at different heights, etc, etc. Like, there's a lot of shape going on, breaks in texture. I'm not sure that I'm trying to create that, because I think mentally I drift towards patterns, symmetry, etc. And I've actually already done that without consciously addressing this yet. But like, look at our entrance now. I've mirrored it, right? So do I want to break from that? Or am I going to embrace something organic? I can go in either direction. Let's look at a few other shop interiors quickly, just to try and jostle the mind a bit. See, I think this space, how would you describe this? It's very, I think this style plays a lot more with like brightness and color, because when you start to look at the walls and where the details are, it's kind of like just big and colorful, right? Like it just throws in stuff. Whereas B-Dubs is a little more, I think, nuanced, you know, a bit more deliberate. Cupban's another master of the interior. So this is like getting in some organics and just information everywhere, things to look at, colors, books to read, grindstones. That's an interesting design. Let's look at my own as well. Like, this is an interior where it's sort of a half and half between an open and an enclosed area. What else should we be looking at? What about this one? I feel like that's too like, you know, wooden leaves, organic. And now here's a really interesting one. Oh man, look at these roofs. I've not been in here before. This is pretty classy. Stuff like this, little booths. I think that's a nice concept right there. Having a booth to look at things. Because what I want to do is I want to give each Wall Street member their own little area / thing. Booth. Yeah, what is up with this weather? Let's get rid of this. Oh, someone else is on top of it. It's the building community that's asking for those blocks. It creates inconsistencies in gradients and transitions. Yeah, and you know, bit by bit over time, Mojang have listened and filled in some of those gaps. But my thing is with language. It's like when people say literally, like that word's lost its original meaning. It's similar to that. It's like, why are we saying they forgot something? Like, we don't know. It's not like in Mojang, it's like, oh, we put out the Bundles of Bravery update. Oh, but we forgot to put in dirt slabs. Oh no, how did we forget? Like, we wrote the code. It's just, the use of language trips my brain up, and I'm just like, what are you trying to say? Because, like, what makes you think they forgot it? I don't get it. It literally has lost its original meaning. Yep. Yep, it no longer means literally. It's crazy. Yeah, I think I want to push myself to not go in the symmetrical direction. I think I just need to make that choice and live with it. Which makes me think Mr. Beans' layout here is like, don't overthink, just put in colourful stuff. So I think if we just come up with stuff that looks cool, like putting your bottles on a shelf, right? Oh, okay, let's write this down. We gotta put different colours of walls on the shelves. Now, we can do that in a very unorganic, or let's say unsymmetrical way, just by deliberately mixing them up. Alright, I think that'll be fun. We do have carpets as well that we might use to represent the wall. This is... I like this building. The outside is very like flat, and then the inside is just wildly detailed and different. I love this building. It's so it's got some really cool stuff in it. I think this one's going to help us. Little carts with the like we could put a wall block in a minecart, right? And then someone could be okay. That's a statue. That's a statue idea. Statue idea. We want to come up with something unique for each person. Statue, minecart, wall block. We're going to use the fence gates. Wheelbarrow. I think those words will help me remember. Do you want to put bushes? I think we'll try and avoid bushes and organics in here. I think I want to. I'm very tempted to go bricks and sandstone because they go nice together and I've been seeing them a lot, but it does have some thematic consistency with the main building being sandstone now. Also, I'm a chronic overthinker when I build because there's all these different possibilities and there's no correct answer. When you do something like redstone, you assemble the pieces, and if they do the thing that you want at the end, it's fine, even though there's a variety of ways to do it. But then with building, it's not quite there. It's like there is no wrong or right answer. So I chronically overthink, and I feel like when I look at how some of the other hermits build, they must have more of like a vision, and then you just work towards it. Like here, it's really clear that Cub built this around the concept of the two different woods and opposing the pronunciations of Nylium or Nilium, and then from there everything else just kind of follows, right? You're just expanding on that theme. So we got to think like that. We're trying to show off the wolves. So each wolf is going to have its own statue. Each statue is going to do something interesting with blocks and with armor stands. And then it's like, what's the environment that they're in? What's the room? We need to lay out wall. We've already got red bricks. And then I think maybe we do need something a little on the bland side, which could be sandstone. Any armor standing or sticking to vanilla decorations? I'm definitely doing armor stands here. So yeah, like I want to pick blocks and colors to pair this with. I think I'm going to go back to the base for a little bit and have a look there. But I just get swamped down in all the choices, I think. Are you trying to pick out a floor, says Blue Guinea Pig? I think so. I think I want to see a block that goes next to the brick and makes me go, you know, like, and like gives me a direction. Because right now I'm kind of feeling like it's hard to say what direction I want to go in. Like, I keep picturing sandstone in my mind. Maybe I should just roll with that because it's in there, right? Maybe that's my problem. That would fit with sandstone quite well, some bamboo blocks. A pinch of this, but I don't really have a lot, and I could harvest. I don't think wood's going to be a big seller here. That's quite a pale wood as well, so we'll take that. Probably going to end up bringing all of these boxes over there because we're going to do the color with all the different colors, right? Maybe a gradient like granite and dripstone. Maybe. Stripped birch would probably look good in there. So are jungle planks. I think we're gonna maybe just try and use wood. We could use different colors of wood to go through the different like sections of the room, or we go for like opulence and we plaster stuff with like quartz and gold blocks because of the Wall Street theme. But I think doing that would lean us into the symmetrical direction that I'm trying to get away from. But look at the chronic overthinking that I do, right? Does all this matter? I don't know. Like, I'll show you a keen example of why I end up overthinking in just a moment. I don't think purple would fit. Hay bales would look kind of cool in there, but maybe not quite where we're going. Copper equals opulence, apparently. I don't think so. I think gold, shiny gold and quartz is more the opulence I'm thinking. The texture on top of beehives and chiseled bookshelves could make nice floor patterns. Where do I have a bunch of that stuff? I mean, a little bit there. I can always craft some. Pearl will be happy with purple, though. Pearl would, I'm sure. Are you trying to scratch a creative itch or a functional standard building? Definitely a creative itch. And they are typically quite difficult for me because I don't have a strong vision. Although I can envision several things. I can envision using like quartz on the floor, polished walls, end rods for lighting, with blocks of gold, and like create like a clean laboratory style room of opulence. But although that would fit the theme thematically, I can't get away from seeing sandstone really. Those two together. Okay, that could fit in there maybe. So could a touch of brown. I keep seeing those around the place and thinking that might work. Yeah, I'm seeing different colors of wood on the floor and red on the wall, but like a ceiling would usually be dark, right? Maybe I should just focus on using wood inside of there. So thanks a lot. Here for 100 months. For the past 8+ years, you and your streams and vids have been here on good as well as tough days. You're an entertainer, an inspiration, and our favorite derp on the internet. Not only are your streams fun, but also informative and teaching, the different discussions and debates on so many topics are fair and rational. In those years, I went through college and university, and now I own my own successful accounting business. GG, my dude. I am grateful to have you and would like to thank you for being amazing. Well, thank you, my dude, for sticking around for so long. And thank you for the very lovely message there. I really appreciate it, and I'm glad you've been here for all this time, right? And you know what's next? It's your turn, my friend, to go into the diggity dungeon. And while that happens, I'm going to take a quick little break. Is my timing impeccable? Because I am back. I think I got it. As soon as I stepped away, it made it a little easier to see things in the mind's eye. And I think we're going to lean into the wood, and we're going to put sandstone on the floor. The wood is going to be for each of the walls of Wall Street display. So I figured pick up this one as well. You know what? Pink might fit in there. I was just thinking, like, Stress Monster might appreciate that. But I might just being, like, a bit stereotypical. Like, when you associate pink with girls, it's like... I always find that stuff, like, very curious. Especially with, like, kids' toys, right? Like, it was always blue for boys and pink for girls. And then, obviously... no pink is stress, says Red Eye. Actually, allium is stress. So if we were to do the pink wood, we'd have to put an allium flower in a flower pot for stress. But it's like, although we know the it's A, it's sort of a stereotype, and B, yes, we color kids' toys and they grow up with it. But then you have people, like, if you were to bet money on whose favorite color is pink, right? We're going to poll a group of men and women. You know what way it's going to steer, right? Like, you would bet money on it. It's like, but what came first, the chicken or the egg? Is it the fact that we raise kids to believe in these colors, right, or not? And I think there's a strong case to be made for it being raised, because it's like there used to be a cultural trend a long time ago of pink being very masculine, and like, where did that go? Mud's sort of the right color, but for the ceiling we want something dark and plain. Honestly, basalt might work up there. Tuff's a little too green. I think I might just take a bunch of basalt. All right, so now we've just got every single ender chest ever over there. Magenta is better. Yeah, magenta might suit. But yeah, I've seen stress build with pink. Oh my goodness me! How many was that? So thanks a lot. Your generosity is too much, my dude. You're breaking my brain over here. What the heck? Streamlabs definitely spazzed a little bit then. Oh my goodness me, an insane... look, if you hear your name being read out right now, you got to say thanks in the chat. You got to say thanks a lot in the chat is what you got to say. Twitch Sniffer Fan, ASQ86, Morgana Cat, Kian, I Blame the Unselfie, Schnitzel Schultz, K Biggs, Hyphen, JZK, Angry Pebbles, It's GG, Haley6, Jesse Morse, Dimply Iwi, Marky354, Reds Wonders, Speedier Brew, Mark17237, Nova Bro, Leonie Parks, Betty Baghdaddy, Amethyst for Life, Lighter Cat, Remus Scroll, Sedo Pete, Macikans, Nitro Ninja, Ellie51924, Cryptic XGS, I am the traffic cone, the Lego, Sir Lance, Lady Moonflower, Sophie22, the Crimson Chemist, my name is Jeff, Freeze Flame Gamer, Bright Red PL, Floho334, Veda Belek, Armita Gear, Just Madeline, One Unique, Mushi Chef, Bad Acid, Cool Kid That Lies, Mangog, Axnim, Bruverwin, High Twitch Fan, Elite Ender Plays, Shiro Lavera, Gigor, Piggy Bear, Dolphin Disco 100, Melton Annabelle, Waddle Waddle, Orican, Mystical Handle, Epic Dude, Absin the Green, Kool-Aid Man, Schwab 200, Mystery of the Bones, Bicolette 246, Say Something Glove, Roffin Escaro, Gaming Creeper, YLive M8, Heart Hope, H2 Ocean, Corruption Void, 17 Toma, Iron Sight, Ladan, Willow Gaming, Piconomia, Ashlyn HQ, JD Wetwork, Hiranad 303, Vladius UA, Pickly Pear, The Ivory Shadow, Pastel Cottontail, Elysian Light, Kelp is POG, Cyberburger CD81, Lily is pink, it's BBMG, ISAM, Cami HD, Lerma, Super Biffy, Waffles for you two, Maple and Days. Am I even getting close? Stahel Cord, Yon Ranker, Azura Cobalt, and Pony Mir. Oh my goodness me. Wow. Thank you so much. Every time I have to read out a long list like that, I'm reminded of in season 6 when I was working on the golf course. I had like this sub-bomb of like 100 or 200, and I had to read all the names. And I tried to read them as fast as I could, and it was so weird. It was like sometimes you get in a bit of a groove and you like your brain just starts putting the names together quicker. But like so many names have like letters and half words, and they come through non-capitalized as well. So sometimes you can have 2 words that are obvious if you've got that capital letter, but it's not there. Anyway, it's just like a bit of a weird thing to do to throw yourself through like a speed run of names. So thanks a lot. Thanks again so much, my dude. X, one more thing I wanted to say. I just reeled in a huge contract and would like to give something back to the community here. I understand. Yeah, thanks for... and I forgot the animation. I forgot the animation. Thank you so much for gifting the subs. I'm sure everyone appreciated that. That must have been like most of the people here. Eminem Rap God Assumer Edition. I'm superhuman. Yeah. I don't know. Something like that. Right. Well, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? So we're gonna build that. We're gonna put in a floor of sandstone next. It's gonna be all this kind of stuff. I think we'll leave it plain for now, and maybe M&Ming? Is that what we're calling it? M&Ming. I definitely want to put a little height variation into this room. Not a crazy amount. Maybe... yeah, maybe here we go a little higher. The other way's to block. That's my rule. I'm starting to feel this a bit more now. Starting to see it. I think we want to focus a little bit on lighting too. Kind of got an idea for that. Oh, so thanks a lot. I can't stop thinking about what you said. I have a feeling that streaming is bad for me mentally sometimes, because I'm like playing a game, reading out names, looking at a chat, looking at a computer game, listening to music, thinking about a message that someone sent me. There's like too much all at once going on in my noggin. But man, it is like crazy from one perspective to be like, oh yeah, I've been here for like 12 plus years doing this. But then like you said it, you know, you've been around for so long, it's like you've grown up with this, and that is just like a remarkable influence to be able to have. I think I want that to be the other type. I had some earlier. Where would that be? Over here? I never thought I'd hear a Xisuma rap. Wait, what? You never thought you'd hear me rap? Oh, my brain is so slow. I think half the chat know what I'm going to do next, and I'm just waiting for my brain to catch up right now. I got to like prompt myself. Lyrical boxing, dropping blows on all my foes in the G team, looking unclean, needing some sunscreen. Getting hurt by words to hurt this herd of nerds. It's absurd how my rhymes got them injured. Danger, danger. I got rhymes to cut them up like lasers. I can half remember it. It's flexing season and I got flavour. I love the ending bit. All these weak defences and trenches. I could throw an ender pearl over that. That was such a good time. That was such a good time. Man, I need your inventory set up. I tell you, it's not you that needs the inventory set up. The game needs to sort itself out already. They need to stop dancing around the issue as if it isn't there. This game has a horrible inventory management system. Look, you can be organized. If you're organized and smart with your inventory, you're playing the game slow. That's just a fact. You know, you're playing it slow. Let's see. Oh, they're kind of out. You can literally see how like organized I am here and how tricky it is to just keep on top of it all. What are we not currently working with? We're not working with diorite that much anymore. Oh, even this, I'm messing up a little bit. Calcite is going that way. Not going to use that texture anymore. Might need a little bit of that. Probably not. Okay, that needs to go. Where did those come from? The door at the front, I think. Right, and then all my woods together. Okay, I think I'm one step at a time starting to go in the right direction. Also, is it me or these things are a little too like gridded out? The granite coming through. Timmy Ran 404, thank you for 23 months, my dude. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Welcome back to another stream. Thank you for supporting me. Why can't we have 0 as a hotbar slot? Probably because of things like Bedrock and Mobile Edition. They have to develop the game across multiple platforms. Perhaps the smart auto sorter would do the job, like in Enchantment, maybe. If you've played a game called Factorio, right? The inventory is about at least 3 times the size of this bit here. At least. Probably more like 4 or 5. Items stack into higher quantities. And your hotbar is actually a ghost, right? It refers to what's in your inventory. And you can have up to 10 hotbars. So, with that system, you can see the entirety of what's in your inventory on a hotbar. But it just allows you to have, like, more on you at one time. And for it to be organized through your hotbar. Like, when you click on your hotbar to change the material there, you're creating a reference to it. You don't actually even have to have the thing in your inventory. And then it'll tell you you've got none in your inventory. So, that kind of approach helps you handle such a large amount of items and the need to switch between so many. And in Factorio, you don't need as many items as in Minecraft, and you don't need a switch as often as you do in Minecraft. It's like such a good system, and it's probably never going to come to this game. Searchable local containers would be awesome. That'd be nice too, yeah. There's plenty of things they could do, but instead they do nothing. Ah, Factorio, yeah. Ah, that game. So I'm thinking, like, this space here. And then at the back of it, I think we want to make these structures kind of like feel different from different parts of the building. So I think you want to come to the back here and have a different view on what's there. Although, look at this. If I extend that out any further, we're really like shutting off a fair bit of space already. Maybe I should go smaller here then. Like, let's keep these things compact because we're going to need a few of them. Alright, so I don't want to forget anyone. We got myself, Joe, Zed, Cleo, and Stress. That's 5 of us, right? I haven't forgot anyone there, right? Don't think I have. There's more people with permits, but those are like the inducted walls, which we're just going to lean into at this point. Like, the thing with the group permits is that it's hard to get a large amount of people, sometimes 8, you know, to all agree on doing one thing together. So, I think at this point, this deep into the season, with us setting up this storyline, if you haven't sort of come along and said, I want to be involved with this, then I don't think now would be the time to say, oh, we got to do this with the wall permit or whatever. Me and Joe are just taking the lead on this and just being like, here's the direction we're going to go in. That is going to be a different material when we get to it, all right? So you're going to have a display there. Then I think you were going to have a display immediately to this side over here, and that's going to go down. Like, you're going to walk down some stairs here to get to it. But speaking on organics and stuff like that, I think I might want this one to come out by one more block, just so it's not, like, perfectly aligned, right? So this is going to be thicker here. Then we're going to have, like, another sort of display thing. It's going to be here. And then from there, there'll be another one in this space. So you're going to see the top of it from around here. Go down, look into the display area. I think it's going to be like that. Randy Nicole, thank you for gifting a sub to Gongin2. Very kind of you to do that. And Becca giving a sub to Soundwave Hope as well. Thank you for the gifted subs. Always appreciated. But Potato says, I quite like the Create Mods toolbox as an option. It doesn't obsolete shulkers since it's a limited number of slots, but larger stack size, and you can access them within a dozen blocks or so. I haven't seen that. That sounds interesting. You burnt your tongue via hot tea this morning, still can't feel it in the evening. Yeah, that sucks. I've done that on occasion, and I remember one time it was before we were having a curry in the evening, and I immediately knew that I'd ruined the curry, and I had. When I had it, I was just like, oh, it don't taste the same. Totally ruined it. Yeah, let's keep fleshing this out a little bit. It's going in the right direction. I'm just not too sure on the particulars. I'm liking the floor as sandstone, though. I think that's going to work. Alright, then somewhere here it needs to go up, so that'll probably be right there. Again, I want those ones. I want this room to have a bit more of a smooth kind of feeling to it, right? Okay then. There's something else I want to put in this room, and it needs to kind of like feel special and have its own focal point, which I could put there. But so far we've only got like 2 displays that are going to go up. We've got one roughly in this area, one there, so that's 2. We could put a third one here, a fourth one, maybe 2 of them side by side there, or okay, the path I think would could put 2 down there. Not quite sure. Lava Bugs! Sorry, Lava Bugs! Thank you for subscribing with the Prime. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks for supporting the channel. I don't know. I'm trying to... These two have come together quite nicely. I don't want to put another one directly there. Or maybe down here's the spot for my special idea. I think this is probably a good place for it to, like, dead end. So... what if this is another one? That's 3 of us. By the way, I did ask, and then I just waffle. I ask a question, I waffle. I haven't forgotten anyone, right? There's 5 of us. There is 5 of us, surely. Surely I got that right. I know Iskal was in one of my recordings, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure he didn't become a part of Wall Street. Long time fan. Awesome, my dude. Thanks for watching and supporting as well. Oh, it's like that, and then over here it changes a bit. Okay. That would actually be where it changes, so... and we're out of those blocks. Oh, Impulse is looking to talk to me about Wall Street. Okay, I'm gonna proceed with there being 5 of us, but like, if we induct more, that's fine, that works. But I think for now, I'm just gonna, because if I then make this room with a 6th hermit, I'm gonna feel like, oh my god, like now I've got to get that person in, right? And maybe Impulse is just right around the corner wanting to join the group, but you know, I'm on this arc now to get this thing done, so I'm going to focus on that. Right, I think this is a spot for detail. This is going to be 2 of the Wall Streets. Another 2 here and here. And you know, as far as detail goes, because it's low down, We might get away with a little something at the end of the corridor here. But I don't know what that would be. It'd have to be very small. So 1, 2, 3, 4... Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, I think our fifth one's just going to be here, and then we're going to do something special in that space. So then we're going to take up this. That's person number 5, right? And then here, to get to the special bit, I kind of want to make it feel like you go into a bit of an area, but I don't think we're going to be able to do that. So let's put a wall here. And then maybe a little bit more detail, but I think our special thing is not going to be that special because it's going to end up not having a lot of space to show itself, but it'll be about here. And then there's another little like area here for some extra bits, okay? That I think is a nice layout that feels a little more organic, and I can kind of see us putting together details and stuff. Now, I picked this up deliberately because it's a light block that fits the sandstone palette, but I think I want to put those lights above us. So, what's the roof material next? What is the roof material? Oh, maybe spruce wood, except I want to use wood to distinguish the 5 Wall Street folk. Wall Street folk, that's the material I brought along. Okay. Now, my concern here is that it does look a little less roofy, like roof tile, and it looks a little more, you know, what it is. Some gritty rock from outdoors. It's got that rockiness to it, right? Hi, X. Hi. All been poorly, but nice to relax and catch a stream. Oh, sorry to hear you've been under the weather. I hope you get better, feel better. ASAP. Always sucks to be under the weather, right? I can't remember who I was saying it to the other day, but I was talking to someone about being under the weather. And it was like, whenever I imagine being sick, it's like, I'm going to spend all day watching Game of Thrones or something like that. It's going to be that, like, opportunity to just chill out and play a game. No. When you're under the weather, you ain't going to be playing no game or enjoying no TV show. It's like, you are just, ugh. Because if you're good enough to get up and go, then you're going to be doing other stuff. So in the back of my mind, when it's poorly, I always think like, oh, it's an opportunity, but it's like, no, it's not. When you get sick, it sucks. Can days have more than 24 hours, please, says 4Gil. Oh, I'd like that. I'd like that. Right, some sort of heightening of things over here for the roof. For the roof area. I kind of think it needs to maybe go one higher. So we're going to have these beams go across. This is where this wall now might come in extremely useful. Because the height here is like 1, 2, 3. I think it's 1 above is where I want to place the next block, right? If you're in the US, we just had a day with 25 hours this weekend. Is that 20? What is that even? Matty, welcome back to the stream. You were sick once and got extreme craving for cake. It got so bad that I had to ask my friend to pick up a cake at the store and bring it to me. I imagine you were just needing sugar or something. Would be my guess. That's definitely the right material. It's what we put between it, and it's going to need to be a slab. And it needs to like complement this, but be darker. Oh, maybe. I feel like this won't work, but we'll give it a try anyway because I'm a crazy person who. You're putting mud brick slabs with polished basalt. What is wrong with you? Said someone in chat. Oh, also it's dirt up there, so we'd need to put. Yeah, no, that is not the way to go. That is not the way to go. Nether brick is a good idea, but I just don't have any, I don't think. If there's one thing I really don't like in this game, it's when you're building and then you have to go off and like work for some other materials for ages. Like, I don't want to go chase down a bunch of nether brick. I do actually have a super smelter, so I could put some netherrack into it. But then I've got to look now. I can kind of see it working. I don't use nether brick that often. I always feel like it's a little too strong. But maybe we need it today. Let's go have a look. What kind of vibe are you going for with the build? I'm trying to get like a clean feeling from the sandstone and bricks, but then we're really gonna dress up the room with different colors of woods. Is sort of the plan. Let's check out my supply. Don't get high on your own supply. What? That. Oh, jump boost. Why have I got jump boost here? That's actually good enough. That's actually plenty. I can just grab. This thing needs sorting out. Look, we've already got some slabs. That's loads. That's loads. I don't know why I have so much. Wells sells nether brick. Ah. I didn't even think about using a shop, did I? Thing is, though, how on earth would I afford, you know, to spend my money at the... I ain't got any diamonds, have I? Have you seen my ender chest? I'm down to, like, a stack. Less than a stack. Don't get high in your own supply. Use someone else's scaffolding and rockets. Yeah, what else do you think I was talking about? I was talking about scaffolding and rockets. Precisely. Okay. Wow, when it gets dark, it gets dark. See, it's such a strong color. I feel like it just adds to the room you're making, like, unintentionally. Like, unless it's a central part of what you're building, it doesn't quite work as a subtle. But I think the fact that we got bricks here kind of lets us get away with it. I should also get some stairs. It might help when we remove this wall and replace it with more bricks as well. And lucky for me, I have an automatic brick factory here on the server. So I just have to go AFK if I want more bricks, which is amazing. Okay, so we want stairs, right? By the way, I started building this without considering where that was in relation to anything else at all, which is absolutely fine. We're going to rock and roll. We're going to live with it. Could have been ladders, says Burt Potato. What are we still talking about getting high? Oh my god. Look, I'm high. I'm high as a kite. A kite trapped inside of a building. Ah, now low down on the ground. Well, what do you think I was talking about? Jeez. The underside of smithing tables for a ceiling. That actually sounds kind of cool. Actually sounds like something that would work. But I think we're now into this. I'm going to rock and roll with it. And look at that, we're above the wall. The wall is below us. Ah! You're in the wrong spot. Okay. Another thing to point out is that, like, having a room as just a straight up box is something you might want to avoid. But in the case of this room, I think we're gonna roll with it, because the way I'm gonna turn these little, like, things here into display cases, I think will really, like, give the room a bit more shape anyway, so I don't think we need to stress about that. Right, now the next place I want to put these beams is here, I think, in line with that. So they're not equally spaced each time. Remember the 5th of November, gunpowder treason and plot. I see no reason why gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. Guy Fawkes, 'twas intent to blow up the king and the parliament, 70 barrels of powder below poor old England to overthrow by God's providence. He was catched with a dark lantern and a burning match. Holla boys, let the bells ring. Holla boys, God save the king. I feel like the first bit I remember, and then the rest of it I was just like, oh, what's this? We need more dirt again. You know how Factorio has like a logistics request system? Can you imagine if Minecraft had one and the LA just like went, make that little weird noise it did and just popped out of your inventory and went and grabbed something for you from like a nearby chest? Now that would be something. I forgot that this goes well with sandstone as well. That was a classic post never update build. Once they added these blocks to the game, people started mixing them with sandstone. That was a nice look. Might have to duck and change some things when we get to that bit, which is perfectly fine. In fact, I might start doing that now as it goes. Is that 3 blocks? It is. Yeah. We need the Xisuma relay horn. Goat. We need the Xisuma relay impression on a goat horn. How did I do it again? Something like that. Because they do that when I'm in the base, right? I've got 2 of them in a boat, and they just sit there going over and over again. It starts to get really annoying. I'm like, I had a plan for you, but I can't be bothered. Please stop your noises. You see, I actually don't like this. I always find nether brick to be a little too strong, but it does work. I'll give you that. It does work, and we're gonna drop it over here a little bit now. Now's a good time to drop it. And then you get to go 1, 2, 3. Go over here. Put the next one in there. And then I think maybe 1 more on wall, or probably end up, yeah, 1 more on wall, and then we'll end up sort of using the space back here a little differently for this bit. So in order to show that we're committed to building a wall, I'm gonna do that. And we're gonna make Iskal pay for it as well. Huh? What? Not sure if that one was really funny, but you know. Okay, maybe I could drop it down on this side here as well. I think that makes sense. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Almost spat out your soda. Sorry. It was a little cheeky. Let's see. Oh yeah, this stuff. I was going to use some regular basalt too, but I guess we're not now. Well, that was a miss. Yeah, I think we've got the right idea here now. It's looking okay. We just got to build it. It's the same dealio again here, isn't it? Look, I don't like doing crazy symmetrical stuff all the time, but that happens to just line up extraordinarily well. So I'm going to just put that there for now. I hope to build like this one day, says Netherose. You can. You just, like... I'm not going to say, just believe in yourself. Think of someone you know who's really talented, right? And really good at something. Like, they probably put thousands of hours into that. I've been playing this game for 10 years. I'm surrounded by some amazing builders here on the server. It's gonna rub off a little, right? Like, the more you play... Oh, wait, they were there for a reason. The more you learn, You build up your skill set. You start to develop some ideas, some understanding of what works and what doesn't. You know, like just by watching the stream, you may have learned, oh, when I do a roof, like let's put beams, let's offset them, let's use stairs at the edge to give it a little shape. You know, these are learned things. And if you want to be creative, if you want to, you know, have a vision and build something, like you don't start by telling yourself you can't. You start by learning. You start by going, what did that person do? What do I have to do to get to that level? Right? So you're telling prodigies have 10,000 hours in a previous lifetime? Yeah, so that whole, like, prodigy thing of, like, oh, they just picked up a guitar and they were amazing. Like, no. Like, even kids, like, some kids, okay. There's definitely a scale of, like, some people can take to something quicker, faster than other people. That's the thing. But no one picks up an instrument and just knows, right? Like, there has to be some foundation before it. You have to have heard music before, or, you know, some levels of inclination. And then you can't pick up a guitar and just be incredible. You have to teach your muscles how to play it, right? So when they say, like, so-and-so was born with a gift, chances are some people are born genetically predisposed to a certain thing or another. But it's a huge disservice to just put it down to that alone. You still have to put in the hard work and learn to play the instrument or to do the thing. You know, like Daryl Dimebag, if you see that guy play guitar, he's a guitar god. There's no doubt about it. But it's, you know, can you say he was born with a gift? The way he plays might convince you it's so. But when you hear that he didn't go to school, he just skived and played guitar all day, it kind of tells you another story. Like, this is someone who was obsessed with this thing and did it non-stop. No wonder they got so good. Right? Another one I used to hear was, like, saying that, like, drugs made good music, right? Lots of big records were, like, made on drugs, like Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. Couldn't have done it without the LSD. And it's like, well, really? Because what kind of state are you in when you're in drugs? When you're on drugs, right? You're not in a great state to learn music theory and how to play an instrument. It's like you had to do all of that sober, right? So I think, like, putting these things down to one thing, like some unborn talent, or like the music just came out of the drugs or whatever, it's like, not really. Like, does anyone like take drugs and then all of a sudden know how to play the keyboard and jam out some amazing tunes? No, they don't. They spent years learning how to play the instrument sober and learning music theory, right? One does not simply be able to sing the entirety of Bohemian Rhapsody from the get-go. Singing might be a little different. I feel like you can be born with just a good voice. I'm saying this because we've all seen, like, people sing who haven't had singing lessons and can have a good voice, but I think it's because an instrument puts something physical in front of you that you had to learn. I think you can learn something like singing more naturally. Not to say that you don't like learn to sing, but you could probably learn to sing very unintentionally, because all you need is your voice. Everyone likes to sing along to a song, right? And, you know, everyone's seen, like, a viral video of some kid on one of those America's Got Talent or whatever it's called, an incredible voice. Now, you know, I started by saying that, is that, like, just there? Like, you don't have to learn it. It's the incidental way in which you can just learn how to sing through culture, I think, right? You don't have to go and pick something up. You can sing in the shower and get good at singing. So it can perhaps appear a bit more like something you would be born with. Anyway, yeah, that's kind of that. I was thinking for a second, you know, hang on, like, there's a lot of really talented singers who have stories of just like, oh, they could just sing, you know. It's that deception of like, because you don't have to go and buy something. A lot of drugs do coalesce the creative part of your brain, though. Absolutely. You know, they will change your state of mind, and different things will happen. I just don't like the. I've heard that sentiment so many times of like putting down good music to just drugs, as if like Dark Side of the Moon couldn't exist without it. It's like, as I said, if you take away all the practice and the learning of music theory and stuff, and give a bunch of untrained people some drugs and go write music, it'll probably sound like throbbing gristle, you know. So I don't think the same way as that. I don't think you can chalk it down to the drugs. Drugs can unlock creative, not necessarily ability. Yeah, I agree with the creative aspect. Undoubtedly, they can do that, but I just don't like the way that great music gets chalked up to drugs. Because it's like, what about all the time spent sober? Does that not account for anything? I hear Zomba. Where's Zomba? Zomba is like in the ground. Oh, it's a cave. It's just an unlit cave. There's also a spawner somewhere around here, although I think my plans for that have gone out of the window. Because I was thinking of putting a little kill chamber in the room, but it don't really add much to the story, and our space here is kind of limited, isn't it? What if I like the sound of throbbing gristle, says 8Pro? I like throbbing gristle as well. But most people don't. Most people aren't into conceptual noise music. I'm not sure that I am in general either. I just think every now and then, like, someone strikes a chord. Because I listen to a few like noise artists, and I couldn't name you one. Maybe Dysmorphic for its more of an aesthetic element that's noisy, but musicians that fall under the bracket of noise, if it's not pure noise, it's usually traditional music fundamentals like rhythm and melody in there that are sort of winning you in between all the noise, and stuff that is actually just true noise. Some of it's interesting to listen to, but it feels like it's kind of like a stroke of luck every now and then that something really works. But most of the time it's just quite abrasive in terms of a listening experience. True noise is static. No, says badly drawn Jack. We're talking music genre, so we're talking a bit more conceptually, and I've never dug into noise in a like documentary style ways, so I don't quite know what its origins are, but there is a sort of genre of sound, if you like, where it is classified as noise for how it is not about melody and rhythm, and it's more about aesthetic and, you know, particularly harsh, distorted aesthetic. Power noise is probably a more listenable subgenre of that. But again, it's a genre of music that I've dabbled near but never versed myself well in, so I couldn't tell you too much about it. But it is some of the harder, more abrasive music to listen to. I listened to one album that was just, it was foul. It was it had recordings of people from a mental home, and I think the sound had something to do with them like scratching their fingernails on walls and doing all of this deranged stuff where they were harming themselves, and it was like this cacophony of like suffering, and it was like a really weird record to listen to. It was just totally discomforting, but some people absolutely love listening to that. I'm a curious person. I'll check it out, but like, It is stuff that makes you uncomfortable. Kind of like the movie Begotten. It is just like an art piece of horror, of mental torment, and yeah. It's more of a curiosity for me, but some people genuinely love that stuff. The only way I'll be able to tell you the name of it is if someone else here knows what I'm talking about. The name of the band or the record begins with STR, and then it's like quite a long word after that. And the album cover is like black, and I think it's got like a sort of face-like pattern that goes into 4 quadrants. I've got like a really vague memory of it. Phantomast is not it. I've listened to Phantomast. That's like avant-garde prog metal, right? I think the Slayer drummer, Dave Lombardo, was a part of that. They probably seek out of content of that nature. I'm not sure I understood your sentence. Out of content. Stratovarius. That's like a power metal band, isn't it? I think if you knew what I was talking about, you would know what I was talking about. So if you're guessing, I don't think you're gonna luckily like. If you've heard this record and remember the name of the band, like Stalag, I think that's got to be it, Swirlini. I also thought there were 2 G's in it. I also had that feeling there were 2 G's in it, so let's go look. I'm pretty sure that's the record now that you've said it. That really looks like it. Pure misanthropia. Unless I'm like messing, like convoluting 2 things, because sometimes you get left with an impression of something and it's like it overlaps with an impression of another thing. But if this is what I'm thinking of, it's like a noise album just of like abrasive, disgusting sound and like sounds of people hurting themselves in a mental home is like woven into it. Sorlini, if you know more about them, feel free to throw some thoughts over here. Right, we got our room. I'm pretty satisfied with this. I like listening to music based on what I'm doing, working out, like techno. But doing photography, I like punk rock. Yeah, different music for different moods, sure. I used to be a bit more specific with that, but these days I'll listen to anything really. I was working out earlier, and the Horse with No Name came on, and I was like, oh, I love this. And I was like, this is not like workout music, but I don't mind at all. Normally I'll listen to rap or metal when I'm working out. Horse for No Name, yeah, that song. With a horse for no name, it feels good to be out of the rain. That one. La 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 la. How could you not like that song? It's such a cool song. Okay, one thing I need to do is get a sheep in this area. Also, let's leave a little access for myself over here. If I'm gonna get a sheep, I need to rename it. I think I have like 1 name tag. Okay, we got leads. Sheep like wheat and a name tag now. Wouldn't they be in here? Oh, look, I literally have 1 and it's a filter. Also, I could go find the sheep first. I need to grab a sheep, basically. I just listen to dark ambient, says all day, says Kurama. I really like dark ambient, and I found this like record label that pushes kind of like more thematic, cinematic dark ambient, and I feel like, oh my god, I could listen to this all day. But I do feel like listening to dark and depressive music has like a psychological effect on you. So I'm kind of conscious of how much of that stuff I actually absorb these days. Love your music, X, says Tommy Guns. Oh, I guess since, you know, we're talking about music, now would be a great time. Fireworks Factory, says Cub. Let's go to the Fireworks Factory and get ourselves a name tag. Yeah, go check out Cellside Eclipse on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Bandcamp. You know, just go have a listen, see if you like it or not. That's all you got to do. And thank you for doing that if you choose to. I love classic rock and metal. Then you might like what I get up to, Winter Squid. Second floor. Speaking of what I like, right? I love Dimmu Borgir. They'll always be my favourite ever band. Okay? They were just the band that completely broke my brain when I was a teenager. I discovered black metal and all this extreme metal music, and I was like, what the heck is this? And then I got my hands on their music, and it was all like violent extreme metal with symphony woven in, and I just, it blew my brain apart. And I forever love them for that. And I found this band called Dimmu Borgir, which is like a stoner parody of them, and they are just like doing some nostalgia and completely emulating the original sound that Dimmu had, and that is like that beginning sound of symphonic black metal for me. It just, it always intrigues me deeply, and to find a band that's just doing that, it's so good.
Hello, hello?
If I could press the right button, this would be amazing. Oh my god.
Xisuma, is that you?
Hi, Cub. If ever you see me and it takes a while for me to respond, it's because I'm pressing all the wrong buttons on my keyboard.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yep, that's me.
You're looking for some name tags.
I am indeed, my dude.
All right, I got a few.
Oh, generosity. I only needed one. I will give you that one.
You sure? Okay, I'll take it.
Dude, you're a man of adventure and detail, and you're the kind of guy that needs the name tags more than me, you know what I mean?
Sure.
You're going to capture something and put it somewhere at some point, which is a rarity for me.
Yeah, I probably will. Xisuma, do you need any rockets? You need some fancy rockets? We're crafting some up at the moment. They're fresh off the presses.
I'll check
want
them
some?
out. I'll check them out. Yeah, go on. I'll always take some free rockets. Sure.
All right, I'll give you a couple of these.
What's new and fancy with these ones?
These are, well, this one is actually a special
Ooh.
5 break edition.
Okay, now I remembered this. Bam!
Yep, there you go.
5 break. Whoo! Oh my god, that's loaded.
Fancy.
That is
Fancy.
loaded.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, feel free to take those. Here, I'll give you a different sample. This is like a little bit of a black and yellow type thing.
Okay, I'm gonna check this one out too.
A couple colors
Here we
in there
go.
as well.
Whoo! I like the way they hit the walls and sort of like highlight the shape of the room.
That is kind of cool, yeah.
I'm gonna have
That's
to
pretty
play
nice.
around with these at some point. I need my own fireworks
Yeah.
factory.
Yeah, if you need any type of firework, let me know.
I will do, Cub.
I can make it.
Thanks for the name tag. Would you happen to know where there's any like sheep roaming around nearby?
Yeah. So if you go here, I'll show you. So if you go all the way up and out the top,
Yeah.
and then fly to the mountain near Cleo's. There's sheep on top of that mountain. They're purple and white.
Brilliant. I'm gonna pinch one. Thank you,
All right.
Cub.
Yep,
See you around,
no
my
problem.
dude.
See you.
Let's go to the roof. Tommy Gunn says, my first listen to black metal and so much blew my mind, so fast and so good. Yep, I still remember, I think the first thing I heard was Burzum, and it was on this website called Anus. Don't ask me why it was called Anus. Don't get any funny ideas either. Am I doing this right? Oh, I am doing this right. It was just a website dedicated to metal. What you got to realize, there's loads of loose sheep, is that when the internet first came along and people started making their own websites, because first wave of internet was like lots of people made their own little independent websites. There was no big like conglomerate presence like there is with Google and Facebook and all of that. Got a feeling this might not work. And boost. Oh, that's dead. How are you supposed to do the boost? There's a way to it. There's a way to it, right? I mean, these sheep are high up on the hill, which gives us a bit of an advantage, but the boost is just always the problem. Wow, that website is still live. Really? I mean, have you found a website talking about blackmail? Okay, because if you go looking for that website, you might find something very different. I think you need to pull it so that it's already moving forwards, catching up to you, then boost. Let's try that. Okay, round 2. So we want it to have a bit of speed and then go. I think we got it! Woo! We did it! We flying sheep. Oh yeah. We're in the animal flying business now. Please stay with me, young sheepy. I'm kind of afraid to pitch up though. Oh, this is working. Oh, look at that. I can see. Oh, we got some Acralis's trees to dodge. Let's pitch upwards. We doing it. We doing it. We bringing a sheep to Wall Street. We want to go. Oh my goodness me. This is going to be tricky. Because I need to turn now. Please don't land on anything or fall suddenly. I think we're doing it. Oh my goodness me. Yes! Oh, that was so satisfying. Yes. Let's keep you on the lead. Let's bring you in here. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. Okay, right. Let's give this guy a temporary home. By home, I mean cage. What are the sheep going to do at Wall Street? Oh, this sheep's going to do something special, don't you worry. Keep you away from those doggos, though. That's important. Right. Oh, no, I did that a little too soon. Stay there. You're wonderful and beautiful. No, you're not. You're a menace. Okay, not that the lead will actually keep you there. Ah, job's done. Job's done. Okay. Let's go back to talking about anus. Wow, what a sentence that was. If you just tuned in, context is required. Yeah, so this website, it just had like black metal bands and short snippets on it because back then you couldn't stream music. You would get like 30-second clips and they were terrible quality. And me and my friends joke about it. Like my mate at the time who was with me likes all this stuff now, but back then didn't get it. And like we used to joke that it just sounded like a Hoover. I heard that stuff and I just went, what is this? It just immediately blew my mind. And I don't remember like what led me to like hearing about it or looking for it, but I remember just taking my first steps into like, right, what is this black metal stuff? And oh my god, it just immediately blew my mind. I was like, I did not know music could sound like this. And I absolutely love it, still to this day. And yeah, that Dimmu Borgir band, like, I've come across quite a few nostalgia acts recently. There seems to be, in pop music, there's a lot of well-executed nostalgia for old sounds. And it feels like there's quite a few bands popping up in various scenes where they're like really swinging back to the past for a sound and then sort of executing it with a lot of class. It seems to be a common thing. Well, I didn't know that anyone out there would care about those early, scratchy, dingy symphonic black metal records like I love them, but these Dimmu Borgir musicians clearly love it and have made one record which is like a For All Tid clone, which is like I never thought I'd hear new music like that ever again. And another one which is a bit more individual, and it's called Dark Medieval Hash, which is playing on Satyricons' Dark Medieval Times. And I haven't listened to that record in over like 10, 12 years. And I went and put it on, and oh, the emotions, man. Oh, just immediately. Black metal is not a genre, it's a feeling. everything's subjective at some level, right? I think it's fair to say it's a genre. But like each band within it has a unique feeling, right? And those bands within it happen to be the feelings I love the most. The endless dark forests and the chilling cold of Mother Nature. That's what I hear in their music. The satanic stuff is a bit of a joke. It's a bit of cheesy fun. But what I hear in their music is like this cold, unforgiving Mother Nature that's like both beautiful and deadly. I don't actually need like this to be here. And then I don't know quite what I'm going to do with that space, but I think we might as well fill this bit here in. Let me look at my list to do, because we came up with some fantastic ideas. And everything else that I've got here... Okay, getting some hermit heads would be good. Don't know quite what else to do before I really get stuck in. You're a big fan of Viking metal as well. I like some of the Viking metal, some not so much. Like, it takes particular flavor. I don't have quite the broad appeal, if you like. Isn't it Dimmu Borgir, not Bongir, says Nitros. No, I'm talking about Dimmu Borgir, the stoner parody of Dimmu Borgir, my favorite band. Right? Like, so where there's all these nostalgia acts, this is kind of where I was going with this. This group have like come at it through a like a parody lens, but it just made me realize like there is no reason that a band can't pick up that old sound and just make like music as if it was 1995 again, right? I'd love to hear someone do, like, they did a very faithful recreation of For All Tid. I would love to hear someone do some of Arcturus's early albums, or Emperor. I think the holy grail of a nostalgia band taking the blueprint and redoing it. I think there's a few actually. Emperor's in the Night Side Eclipse. To hear that one redone would just be like, oh my god, that would be so good if some band could pull that off. Maybe like Burzum's third record, is it? The one with Tom Hett on? And Mayhem's De Mysteris Dom Stephanus, if I'm even saying that right. Those would be some absolute amazing, like, if some musicians came along and redid those, I would just be enamored. I'd really enjoy that. I'd be like, oh my god, this is so cool. You absolutely love the new wave of nu metal. Amazing genre. Yeah, I lived through nu metal, and then it like crashed and burned into the ground, and everyone agreed it was terrible. And then in like the 2000. Oh, there's the propaganda tower. In 2010s, it started to come back a little bit, mainly with like Limp Bizkit returning and touring. And then, like, now it's just like, oh, the influence of nu metal is everywhere in metal at the moment. It's so good. I love it. Like, I lived through that. I watched, you know, nu metal bands being on MTV every day, and then they were, like, in your movies, and for some reason, it just swelled up into the mainstream, despite being this really, like, overtly aggressive and, I don't know, insert words here. Should we do a little something with this part of the build? Ideally miss old MTV, says Maddie. I kind of do and I kind of don't. Like at the time, I think I developed more nostalgia for it as I got older, right? Whereas at the time it was kind of just the norm, but like it also played a lot of music that I didn't like NSYNC and Britney Spears and stuff. And I still don't really like that stuff. It's kind of trashy pop music, like what they call it, bubblegum pop or whatever. It doesn't have a lot of substance. Pop music today is in a really good spot. There are so many good records, like coming out on a like. I think when I make my favorite album list this year, I think it's mostly going to be pop records. I can think of at least 4 or 5 that are going to be up there. You at least got exposure to different genres, so you're aware of them, says Burt Potato. I'm not sure that you did. I'm not sure that you did. Like, metal used to be really underground at the time. Like, the thing that exposed... Like, everyone's got a personal experience with music, and for me, like, the internet gave me access to lots of music. Not MTV. MTV was, you know, record label execs selling... Trying to figure out how they're going to hit a particular demographic, and you know it's more of a platform in which to reach the masses, whereas these days you can go on Spotify and stream anything, so your ability to be curious and look around is just infinitely better. I'm really struggling to think of like how to make a I think I want to make a bit of like a dumpster feel over here. I think this needs to be scaled up a bit. Maybe if we went like that. It kind of needs like trapdoors around it that are dark. MTV got you someone else's selection. Very true. But, you know, like... that's compared to today where like, now you can choose exactly what you want. Because I think it's mad, like, today, you know, listening to the radio or whatever, it's like, you can choose what you want now. Any ideas, though, for this, what about Aqua and Barbie Girl? A literal example of just, like, cheesy throwaway pop music. I couldn't stand that kind of stuff. I don't like to be judgmental, but, some stuff just is, ugh. Very, kind of corporate. Okay, let's go grab this. Opinions on house music? I've always liked house music. Like, there are these genres where I haven't gone into it enough to figure out, like, I don't know enough about it to tell you which parts of it I like the most. But the original like house sound from Detroit is pretty decent. I like it. But I think for me, it's when it comes over to the UK and becomes a part of like that big explosion of sounds in the early 90s, you know, like techno and rave and trip hop and all of that. That's a really cool little part of musical history. Everyone in chat is talking about music. It's so funny. It's like, I'm definitely in the mood to sit and chat and waffle about music, but right now, I would love some help with finding the blocks to, bring this like dumpster vision to life. I kind of basically want an iron trapdoor, but I want the iron to be really dark. Where did I put the levers? 'Cause I was just thinking that kind of looks like a little attachment, doesn't it? This is not quite there. Vega Boys, whatever they're called. Yeah, they were terrible. Carpets, yeah, carpets on top, but like it doesn't feel quite like it's got the right vibe to it. Not really sure the lever actually makes sense being there. A copper trapdoor. I don't think that would look right. Maybe I'm just at that point where I need like a mental break from all of this. I kind of thought this stuff might look interesting. Yeah, let's come back to this at another time. I keep looking at that and think it needs some lighting under it. Molly says I just remembered that I need to eat lunch. Dang. I rarely forget to eat. My mind's always on it. Or maybe a couple of... Oh, wait. What are you doing? A couple of levers facing upwards. I'm going to leave that bit there for now. Oh, actually, yeah, you do want it like that. How does polished basalt look? Probably very similar to basalt. But I didn't really go in that direction. Right, we haven't used that name tag yet. It just occurred to me that a passive mob doesn't despawn, does it? And that's fine. I actually need the name tag for something else related to the mob, like renaming it. But I didn't need to do that to keep it alive, which is important because we want to keep it alive. That one for that. Where's my backpack gone? Oh, here it is. Put that in there. Alright. Those are those cub rockets, and yeah, look at that. We're all good. We've tidied up. Right, peeps, I'm going to be late for Satisfactory. So I'm going to go raid Joe or Hypno. And then I'll take a quick break and go join them over there. But yeah, that's going to be it from me today. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And let's get Twitch to okay. Okay, neither of them are streaming at the moment. All right. Who am I going to send you to? I'll send you over to H-Bomb today. Right. I'm going to bounce and enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.